everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Collection Comic of the Week. The book I have chosen this week is a very important book in the history of comic books, both for good reasons and for bad reasons, and one that made me learn a lot about the comic industry myself in more ways than one, and it is X-Men #1. This is kind of what many, with the exception of like the early 70s, like this would be like maybe the Silver Age of the X-Men. At least for us, like Claremont in popularity, there was the original giant size run, where they introduced Wolverine. That's where you get Claremont writing. You get, like I said, Wolverine. You've got the Days of Future, the Dark Phoenix saga, and the Days of Future Past, and all that kind of stuff that was kind of, what really made X-Men very topical in the 70s. And then you have this book here, which is kind of what made X-Men kind of in the style that everyone my age kind of know the X-Men for. This was, these sorts of X-Men stories, from this time period are really kind of like what shaped how we view the X-Men. It's like, the style, the 90s grittiness, but still good writing. It's kind of like where we would get for the series, that introduced me to X-Men itself. And, and that's it. And the story, not a bad story. I want to continue it. I'm about ready to cost myself some more money going out and seeking out all the issues so I can, finish reading this. But, on the flip side of it, this was kind of the beginning of the end of comic books being able to really generate collectability. And what I mean by that is this was, for those that don't know, this was the book that everybody thought, like, X-Men #1, this is #1. This is going to be worth money. We need to buy a bunch of them. And because the demand was high, there's a lot of them being printed. And because there's a lot of them being printed, these aren't worth much. There's people buying 20 copies of this, 20 copies of each cover, thinking that they're going to be able to put their kids through college and retire in 10 years because they see all the original Marvels, the giant size X-Men's and the first appearances of Wolverine and the early Spider-Man and this, that, and the other, being worth a lot of money. And, the nostalgia, I feel there is rose-colored glasses, but I feel like they're somewhat justified rose-colored glasses with the stories. But it's also something that, you can kind of point back to and go like, man, this is where the comic book industry kind of went down a little bit. And for me, it was also a tough lesson for me, because how I acquired this book, this particular book in particular, is I was turning 11, my 11th birthday, and I'd gotten back into liking comic books, and my aunt and uncle were going to take me to a comic book store. We'd found one that was local still, through the internet, and they had business in the town that it was in, and they said, hey, for your birthday, we'll take you to the comic book store. So, okay, awesome. I had like $50 I could spend on comic books of birthday money, and I was excited. I was getting ready, just like the world was my oyster. And I was buying, because I was talking about, like, at this point I was only going, like, to Kroger and certain, stuff to buy comic books, and the selection wasn't that great. I was like, whoa, and I can get Spider-Man and Batman and Green Lantern and The Flash and Superman and Captain America and, $50, and comic books were, I believe, maybe $2 at the time. So, like, that's a lot of comics. And then I saw the long boxes. I'd never seen a long box before in my life. To that point, and they have like all the bag and board comics, and you're looking through there, and there's just like, oh, they got bag and boards. They got price tags on them, so like, ooh, these are the high grade stuff right here. And I see X-Men, and I see #1. I'm like, oh, they have this, and then I see a price tag on it, $3. Cover price is $1.50, but $3. They only want $3 for this treasure. Oh my God, can you believe it? I'm gonna be rich. This is going to be my crown jewel comic book that's just going to be awesome. So I still got money. That's only $1 more than what I'm paying. what is this guy? I mean, we're pulling one over on the storekeeper. But really, he was pulling one over on me because this is probably, he's charging me double the cover price for something that's worth the cover price. But for a while, until I grew up and learned about the 90s comic boom and how comics work, well, it just kind of is what it is. But it was a good book. I'm proud to own it, and taught me a lesson, and let's take a look at it. One of many, many covers here. Still great Jim Lee art, especially. Really love how Beast and Storm look on this. This really looks. I love Jim Lee. It's just really, really well done. And see, 50 years of Captain America, 1941 to 1991. So that's interesting, especially at this time. When you think 90s, the worst Cap, it's not Cap's brightest time. Let's just be honest. So other than the Rob Liefeld Cap, you're not really. The 90s were not kind to Cap. This up, and we have a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure video game for the Game Boy. LJN, so the Angry Video Game Nerd will be mad. Let's kind of take a look at this. The art's great, and it's not actually a bad book per se. And it is kind of like quintessential X-Men in my opinion, but it's not looked upon very favorably. Great art of Magneto. That's just great art. And we got Howie Long, and got Warren Moon there, and Mike Singletary, Dan Marino. Okay, got some classic NFL legends right there. Yeah. It's the one thing whenever I was reading this book is I get where the story's going, but it felt just harder to get into. I don't know if it's not necessarily because it's bad because it's Claremont, but it's just, I guess I know this is maybe not the best time for the X-Men, and in this time for the X-Men, I guess I like the animated series better. It's more great art there. Cyclops in his glasses and being all stupid because he's Cyclops and I hate him. The art is what carries this book. Good shot of Professor and Jean. Really, really good. Got some danger room stuff going there. Easy for me to say. Oh, I fucking love this part. Got three of my favorites here. You got Wolverine, Gambit, and Psylocke. Just Jim Lee art. Boom, right there. I love it. And, Gambit goes in for a kiss, and yeah, he's kind of on Jean Grey, and yeah, he's, yeah, that's not good. Or kiss on the cyborg, but what the hell? What the hell, Remy? What the hell, man? Call 1-900-288-X-Men. It's probably not working anymore. And battle the X-Men's deadliest enemies. If anybody ever played this, let me know in the comments section below. Just let me know, because this looks like it'd be fun as fuck to play. But I did not do it. So yeah. So let me know. It looks like an before we had every kind of conceivable way to play action games through cards or video games or mobile games on a smartphone. This seems like an interesting way of doing it. So if anyone played this, let me know how it was. You got some fucking Cyclops can't be bothered to take off his fucking Oakleys and put on his visor. He's still back here just supervising, because that's about all he's fucking good for. Kissing Professor X ass and supervising. Got some more of the art. All that dialogue. Villains Gallery. Juggernaut. You're Juggernaut, bitch. But yeah, more great art. You got Spider-Man on the Genesis. And one day I was real sad, and my dad said, hey, here's $17. Spend it all in one place. So I joined Club Bo. Pretty soon, all this stuff showed up in the mail. Like a Bo Jackson t-shirt, a gnarly newsletter, and a membership certificate, and a poster of Bo to go on my mirror. After I joined Club Bo, things were completely different. At school, they voted me most cool and most likely to marry Miss Mississippi. Today, I am the ambassador to Hawaii. I fly my own helicopter. Yesterday, I bought Italy and a football team. Thank you, Bo. Jeez, I want to join Club Bo now. I remember this ad being in a lot of the comics I have from this particular time period, and it just makes me laugh. It's like, even as a kid, I know, like, wow, this is, like, you're really overselling this, aren't you? And I'm like, as a child, I'm thinking, like, okay, like, Bo Jackson doesn't even play football anymore, and, yeah, okay, sure, good luck with that. I guess I was kind of a jerk as a kid. More rogues, great art. More stuff. One great shot. Wolverine Beast, another badass fucking art right there. More great art. Yeah, like, for all, you know, like, this deserves flack because it was kind of the beginning of the big comic bubble and the end of comic books really being worth money. But still, the art is so fucking bad. Like, look at that! Oh, I love it. Big brawl with Magneto. And badass Gambit shots there. A lot of dialogue. Like, you are reading this book when you're watching it for real. Or reading it for real, I should say. Classic shot at the end, but unfortunately that's the end. And I do not have issue 2, so I'm just going to buy myself 3 Musketeers and try and track down. I do have that Wolverine, but I need the rest of the figures and the that I could have bought at KB Toys, and that's X-Men #1. You know, like I said earlier, I learned a lot from my experience with this book. Not, you know, just as far as what it means to be a collector and what it means to collect comics and, you know, what to hold on to, what to take seriously, what not to take seriously. And, you know, at the end of the day, you collect comics because you love comics. And, you know, you take care of them. You might have a treasure on your hands, and I have comic books that are worth a little bit more than the cover price. But I also have comic books that I got taken on because I thought I was getting a treasure. But it's still got sentimental value to me. It's still, you know, kind of the beginning of what made me really love the X-Men. And, well, at least for my 11th birthday, I thought I had a treasure. So that's pretty cool. Do you also own this comic or one of these several other covers of this comic? Well, let me know in the comments section below, and also let me know if you played that on the phone X-Men game in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, subscribe for more content, not just from the world of comic books, from the world of pro wrestling, gaming, anime, and all things geek culture. Follow me on my social media pages, facebook.com/athleticgeek89, Twitter @athletic_geek89, Instagram @athleticgeek89, and if you'd like to help improve this channel financially, Hit me up on Patreon. It's patreon.com/athleticgeek89. But other than that, I'm out. Y'all be cool. Later.